Hey guys, Bobokins12 here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on which weapon I think you should go with for Capitao. So there's going to be sort of three sections to this video. I'm first going to do the weapon recoil and how to manage it. Then I'm going to be going over the damage, fall-off damage, stuff like that. And then I'm going to go over which weapon attachments I recommend and which gun I recommend. So yeah, let's just quickly do this. First I'm going to be just shooting this wall and not controlling the recoil at all, just to sort of get a sense of what it's like without controlling. So as you see, it sort of goes up and curves to the right slowly. Not a lot though. Like, please note that's 30 bullets and it barely swerved to the right. So yeah, let's shoot this again. Yeah, it looks like the same thing. So the gun does not have any sort of random recoil like maybe Buck's gun would. So now I'm going to try to control the recoil on this sort of wall here. So let's do that. That's pretty good. I mean, it does go up and down a little bit, but I mean, if you were shooting at their, I don't know, chest or something, it might go up into their head, which might actually be a good thing. But yeah, let me do it one more time. That one looks like a little bit tighter. So yeah, if you practice with the gun a lot, you'll be able to get pretty close groupings like that. So, nice ping, Bobo. But, okay, now let's switch on over to the LMG. Okay, we're back here now with the LMG. Something I forgot to mention in the first gun's recoil is for both of these guns, I'm running the ACOG obviously and the compensator, just so you know they both have the same attachments, so it's not going to be affecting anything. So yeah, let's do the same thing we did on the other one. Okay, so by the way, I just shot like 40 bullets because obviously you're not going to be shooting more than that most of the time. So yeah, it looked like at first it sort of curved a little bit more than the other one, then sort of went straight again. So it's sort of similar. Let me try it again. That one looked a little bit different, sort of went to the left and then to the right and then to the left and then to the right. Okay, let me shoot once more just to make sure it's not. Okay, it looks like the second one is a little bit more accurate, where it's sort of going to the left, and then to the right, then to the left, and then sort of like that. Okay, so as you see, that's 30 shots, and they're all really, really tight. Let me try one more. So it looks to me like when you try to control the recoil with this gun, it's a lot better than the Para. I mean, I shouldn't say a lot better, but it is definitely better than the Para. So you should keep that in mind when you're trying to choose which gun to go with. So now let's go on over to the damages. Okay, so here we are with the Para. Just so you know, I'm going to be using damages going off of a spreadsheet that a guy named Sergio made a long time ago and posted on this subreddit. Yeah, if you're watching this, thanks a lot for this spreadsheet. It's really, really, really handy. So yeah, I'm going to be reading the damages off of there. So the damage fall off for the Para is 28 meters, which basically means it doesn't start to lose damage as long as you're shooting closer than 28 meters. It also does, for a low armored target, so like bandit or something like that, 52 to 39, sorry, read that wrong, 39 to 52 damage. For a 2 armored target, it does 34 to 46, and for a high armored target, it does 26 to 41. So that is sort of on the upper end in terms of damages. Like it's pretty on par with, what's it called, Blackbeard's gun, the MK17. So yeah, that's pretty high because obviously that one's pretty hard hitting. It's better than Twitch's gun, it's better than Sledge's gun, it's better than R4C. It's not a ton better, but it's definitely does more damage than those guns. And also the fall-off damage is higher than a lot of other guns as well. It's higher than the MK17, like I mentioned earlier. It's better than Buck's gun. It's better than the AUG A2. It's better than Jaeger's gun. It's just definitely more of a long-range type of weapon. So yeah, let's switch on over now to the LMG. Okay, now we're over here with the LMG. So the actual damage fall-off for this gun is 10 meters. Just think about that. When they nerfed Pulse, that means his heartbeat sensor is at 9 meters now. So that means this gun starts to fall off at about the range of his heartbeat sensor. Like, that is really close. So you definitely need to keep that in mind when you're trying to sort of, I don't know, when you're trying to fight at range with this gun. It's really not going to be as good because it drops off at 10 meters. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Its damage versus a 1 armor target is 20 to 27 damage. For a 2 armor target, 18 to 24. And for a 3 armored, 13 to 21. So it's definitely a lot lower on the damage spectrum when compared to assault rifles. In terms of like the other LMGs, like what's it called? Fuse's LMG. Let me see if I can find that right here really quick. Yeah, his does for a one armor target 31 to 42 damage. So clearly Capitao's LMG is a lot lower in terms of the damage spectrum. So now if you just think about it, so his LMG is a much more close quarters weapon, obviously because of the lower, like the really low fall-off damage, and if you're trying to shoot at long range with this gun, the fall-off also added in with the low damage in the first place, it's just going to do almost nothing at far range. You're going to have to put a ton of bullets into someone to kill them. So it's definitely a close quarters weapon. The Para, on the other hand, does 20, what was it? Yeah, it's 28 meters in terms of the fall-off damage, which is higher than most other assault rifles, as I mentioned before, and it's much harder hitting. So that's going to make it better at longer range. So if you think about what Capitao does, most of the time he's going to be smoking off the room and then sending in his sort of firebolt things to delay the enemy when you're planning the diffuser. I'm not sure for other game modes. I honestly just play bomb exclusively, so I don't really have any other knowledge on other game modes. But yeah, for bomb, you're going to be smoking it off and then blocking entrances so you can plant. And then you're going to be covering the diffuser from farther away, generally. So if you think about it, what would the Para add? Since it's a longer range weapon, it would do a decent amount of damage at that farther range when you're going to be standing back, which makes it a good fit for Capitao. The LMG, on the other hand, is going to do really low damage. The one thing it does have going for it, though, is, the mag capacity. So in a sense, you could argue that it's good for, like, suppressive fire. You could just keep on shooting at the diffuser, and then if they tried to defuse, they'd instantly get killed. I mean, not instantly, but they would die. But I'd say overall, the Para is definitely going to be a better fit for Capitao, and that's the gun that I would recommend. So now I'm just going to go quickly into the, whatever it is, what's it called, attachments, yeah. So definitely the ACOG. I honestly just use the ACOG in almost every single gun because it makes the headshots easier. I wouldn't say a strict rule that you should always go with the ACOG, but most of the time. Basically, when in doubt, go with the ACOG. I also have the vertical grip because I honestly just don't feel like the angled grip is very useful. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe other people think it is really nice, but I would rather have lower recoil than be able to ADS quicker. Actually, just a side note, the ADS quicker thing would be much better for closer quarter operators. So for Capitao, obviously I'm saying he's sort of a medium range to long range one, so I wouldn't suggest that. Why am I going out of that? Then in terms of the compensator slash flash hider, as you see, I haven't even bought the flash hider, so maybe I shouldn't really be recommending it, but I would definitely recommend the flash hider since, as I've said about a million times now, you're going to be at farther range. So if you're going to be tap firing more, or not exactly tap firing, just shooting in smaller bursts than just holding down the trigger, or like you would with the LMG, which I will now get into, actually. Well, obviously no laser sight. I think most of you would know that. Yeah, definitely the compensator for this gun, because it's going to be very useful for suppressive fire, as microwave gaming loves to do. But yeah, keep the compensator on this one, definitely, because you're never going to be tap firing with an LMG. If you're tap firing with an LMG, you're doing it wrong. Obviously, this is the only option for the grip. Make sure to equip your Tachanka chibi. If you do not already own that, then you might as well just uninstall, because you're not worth. Just get out right now. Click off the video. Okay, thank you. Don't buy the, yeah, obviously no barrel thing. I personally go with the ACOG, but definitely not a must. The holographic or the red dot would be very viable for this gun, since, as I've said, as like 10,000 times now, it's better for close quarters. So yeah, I would overall recommend the Para over the LMG because it just fits him much better, and yeah, that's really all. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe. Also, just for the people that are subscribed for the funny moments, I'm still going to be doing funny moments, but I would like to incorporate some other types of videos to sort of cater to a larger audience. And I really do, like, obviously, level 149, I have some game knowledge, so I'd sort of like to spread that to other people so they can use it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.